So, performance, distributed learning, e-learning, all these things come together. The idea of finishing your week on Tuesday comes from our experience where by putting one of these pieces of training material into a classroom, a 5-day course became a 2-day course. The 30% more work came from our experience, and these are externally documented case studies. This is how it worked, commissioned by the customer. 30% less downtime on the equipment, 30% better understanding, better comprehension of the things that were taught in less time. Pretty useful. So you can use these kinds of tools in the classroom. You can send them home. You can put them on a PDF, put them on the net. Where do they go? Wherever you need them. When do they go there? Whenever you need them. So it's just in time. It's just enough. I need to know how to clean this weapon. Not those other 10, so don't send me the course. Show me this M50, this 3 caliber M2 machine gun. I need to know about the M249. Show me that. Just enough. The idea of technology that we can put out there, and James said, talking about knowledge management, it's not about the technology. And we said that when we started doing knowledge management conferences back in 1998 or 1999 when I first met Doug. It's not about technology, but when we're talking about e-learning, we have to remember it is about technology. It's about putting the right technology in the right place. It's about recognizing that people learn differently in different situations. It's about doing the right thing for the right people. It's about addressing those Xbox kids with the technology they understand. I remember a few years ago, actually several years ago, there was a great complaint, a hue and cry across the country. All of our children are becoming flabby and ignorant because all they do is sit around and watch MTV and play PlayStation and Game Boy. And some educator looked at this behavior, and I think did a research project and said, yes, all they're doing is sitting around playing PlayStation and Game Boy and watching MTV. And training their brains to recognize in complex multimedia assaults the important and relevant information. And training their hands to work the controls for the computers and the other computerized devices that they'll be using when they grow up. So all they're doing is learning what they need to be 21st century citizens, denizens of this digital world that we're in today. And I let my kids play more games. I can't say they paid off, but maybe. With that, they're included in the documentations and references on these definitions. The idea of PSS is not new. It's surprising how long it's been out there, especially when you consider the computer technology that's coming here. It's how we ended up, excuse me, with a focus on CRM, document management, and form filling, as a lot of the things we do in the PSS area. Those are the easiest ones to do. But now we're taking a step further. And we're not out on the fringe. We're in the mainstream. And this goes into other stuff from Inbrain, and I'll stop it at that point and say,
why don't we take a quick question till there's something right in your mind right at this moment. Anybody?
Could you take this technology and apply it to, I heard you working with a certain group at this time. Can you apply it to everything? Because like I work with Trojan users who are remote in the field. Is it hard to develop like something for their needs? Because right now we're sending a technical support to them, and sometimes we can't reach. So how hard would it be to take and control what we use? Because it's a little different. Satellites, it's just a tiny bit different.
The ability to generate a 3D model is greatly enhanced by the way we build physical equipment, because usually we use 3D CAD providers, so satellites and comm gear. The 3D models are already extant. So all you need to do is turn it into a training model. The nature of the Ingrain software and the reason it's out there is that it's designed to be simple to use and fast to develop, because we made it to meet military requirements. So the answer is sure, it's very, very doable. There's a limited number of things that you do with electronics equipment. For example, you pull cards and replace cards, but you don't tend to take chips off the boards and do semiconductor stuff. But for that simple stuff about putting things together, taking things apart, absolutely. And catch me afterwards, I can use some information.
More questions? Okay, thank you very much, Tom.